Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the best updates of 2023. We're going to be going over every single month and picking out the best updates of the year. Now let me just tell you, this year has actually been insane. There's so many good updates that we've had. I can't cover every single one, but a lot of them were also just like little ones, like quality of life changes and stuff like that, but I'm going to be covering the massive ones today. Okay, so starting it off in January, we got the Secrets of the North quest, which is an amazing quest, and also released the new boss, the Phantom Muzba, which was a repeatable boss, and it is a very fun boss, and I'm still dry at it, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of it in the future. They also started talking about the new skill, and it was a community consultation. And also in January, we had the Wilderness boss rework, which was a huge one because the wilderness bosses were not great, let me put it that way, and they fixed them to be at least doable now, and they're actually a lot more enjoyable, and most people can actually do them now. Coming up next is February, of course, and the month started off with the future of official account builds. Now basically what this means is players that are skillers, like level 3 skillers, or if you want to be, say, a 1 defense pure, you can actually be put on the high scores in like a separate category, right? So you can kind of compete with other people in your niche, which is really cool that they reached out and did something like that. Also in February, we celebrated Old School RuneScape's 10th birthday event, which is just crazy that how old school RuneScape is now. Time flies. It really does feel like just the other day that this game came out. We're so excited for it to come back. It's been a decade. Next, we have March, and to start off the month, they were talking about the rewards for Bounty Hunter. Then they were working on the quest speedrunning final batch, which is a piece of content I myself still need to check out. It's very cool that they've introduced that into the game, and they brought so many different quests that people can speedrun. And then they were talking about adding a new skill, and basically they introduced sailing, taming, and shamanism. So this was where there was a huge debate in the community. And then we've got April, and to start April off, we had the 2023 Easter event, which these are always fun. We had the Desert Treasure 2 rewards beta. Basically, the rewards were going to be the brand new prayers, the ruinous prayers, which they didn't actually ever come out. They were totally scrapped, but I believe they used them in the Trailblazer Reloaded League. So May is kind of a crazy month. So basically they started off the month with changing the combat achievements to a point-based system rather than, say, having to complete all of the easies to unlock the easy. If you do a couple easies, a couple mediums, and say 1 or 2 hards, then you have enough to unlock the easy tier. So this made it a lot easier to get up the ranks in the combat achievements. And basically they started talking about different parts of sailing. They started out with sailing navigation mechanics. Another massive update this month was the Tithe Farm update. Huge quality of life changes. I made a whole video on it, and basically the biggest thing there is you could actually bring up to 10,000 seeds into the mini game at once when you could previously only bring in 100. So this allows you to mess up and still get your full rewards out of it. Also in May, Bounty Hunter is now back, so if you're into PvP, is great for you. And at the end of May, we got the Game Jam 3 overview, which has an absolute ton of stuff that they talked about. They talked about the Path of Gluff request, the Wilderness Rejuvenation project, the Rat King boss, bees, new wildlife creatures, the new hunting guild and the great hunts, the mastery cape, which is sort of like a completionist cape, age account specific rewards, and a graceful skilling outfit combination. There was a lot talked about in the game jam. Next on the list is June. Not the best month here. We've only got 2 updates. We've got the Pride event for 2023 that for some reason always seems to cause a scene. And then they also were talking about the Dead Man Apocalypse. July is a little bit more exciting. We got the Forestry Part 1, The Way of the Forester, and then there was an update on the Jagex accounts for account security. That's always good. And we also, at the end of July, got Desert Treasure 2, a Grandmaster quest, which was phenomenal. It took me about 6+ hours to actually do because I wasn't using a guide. I did it the first day it came out. Was a ton of fun. And this came with 4 repeatable bosses. I love what they're doing this year, making repeatable bosses like Zalra, like Vorkath. They're making these bosses that people can actually farm, right? What's the point in designing a quest or a boss if you can only kill it once, right? You might as well make it have some unique rewards. And then August, another massive month. So in August, we got the Summer Summit for 2023. This basically was a roadmap. It talked about sailing, Varlamore, which is going to be a new, I guess, region of the game. It talked about the Leagues 4, Trailblazer Reloaded. It talked about the Path of Gluffrey quest, Deadman Apocalypse. There was a membership promotion. It talked about speed running and RuneScape plushies. Also, in August, we got the sailing poll results. So we knew that sailing was going to be the new skill, and they kind of showed it in a way, and they made it really cool where they showed on how people actually voted and if they were Ironman or not. It was kind of cool. So September, we actually got the Path of Gluffrey quest, which is amazing. Another fun quest. Of course, it didn't take as long as, say, Desert Treasure 2, but it was still fun to do. I love when new quests come into the game. And then we also had some mobile UI rework, which is always good too. I know a ton of people actually play RuneScape only on mobile, or play, say, 75% of their time on mobile. So any changes to mobile is always a positive in my opinion, because so many people play it on mobile. You might as well really make some good changes for that. And they talked about the Scar Essence mine. I made a whole video on the Scar Essence mine if you want to check it out. Basically what the Scar Essence mine is it's a way for, I would say, only Ironman accounts. Main accounts can do it, but it's a way you can use GP to basically make runes. It's kind of a weird concept, but it does work, but really only for Ironman accounts. You won't be profiting with this. It's basically for just us Ironmen. Then we had October, the spooky month, and of course we had the Halloween event for 2023, another great event by Jagex this year. Also in October we got the Shooting Stars changes. They basically changed Shooting Stars, basically the different tiers and time on how they last. It was a good update because a lot of people were complaining about the Duke mining, which was one of the bosses that came out in July with Desert Treasure 2. One of the mechanics is you have to like mine something, make a potion for the boss that you have to kill, but people were just AFK mining in their sleep, and they really needed to make some changes, so they made a lot of mining changes, and Shooting Stars was one of them. At the end of October, we also got Forestry Part 2. I haven't even checked out Forestry yet. I just honestly haven't had the time. I haven't done Part 1 or Part 2, so I've got a lot of woodcutting content coming up. November, they talked about Scurious, the Rat King, which will be a mid-level PVM boss. Honestly, looks so much fun. I really hope that they make a pet for this boss. And then November 15th, the Trailblazer Reloaded League came out, and RuneScape peaked, and it had 200,000 active players at once, which I don't think has been seen since like 2006, 2007. So a big W for Jagex. It's recently dropping a little bit, of course, but to hit that spike of 200,000 people actually active online at that given moment, insane. And the Trailblazer Reloaded League is an absolute masterpiece. They really nailed it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I know the videos aren't popping off as much as I maybe would like them to, but I am just having so much fun, and I want to record it for myself at the end of the day and put it all together and make maybe a movie out of it. I'm having an absolute blast and just going for maxing again, getting to use all of the relics. They've really killed it this year. And now it is December, and the time I'm recording this video is December 15th. So what have they done in December so far? A lot of leagues changes, little tweaks and stuff like that, some quality of life stuff, and they made the Christmas event for 2023. I made a video on that as well, so if you want to go ahead and check that out. Basically, a lot of people were saying that the Christmas 2023 event was a little bit lazy. I actually had a blast with it, and I thought it was great, but a lot of people were saying they didn't put much time into it because they've been so busy with the leagues, but it is what it is. I had fun with it, and it came with some okay-ish rewards. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. We have really been spoiled this year with all of the great updates, and it looks like 2024 is gonna be even better. We might be getting a new skill, right? So it's just going to be a blast of new continent, new skill, so much to explore in the next year. And yeah, I'm so excited. Maybe even another league or another raid. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.